the actual red flag defending.
I think it's like
people deluded. I'm back again.
Come on, Ian. Come on.
Thank you very much for that, Ian Wright. People deluded, I'm back again. Appreciative of you lot tuning in for this video. Appreciate all the support you give my platforms. Make sure you're following on all the socials. Links are in the description. Make sure you're commenting, you're turning on your notifications, you're subscribing, and you're also hitting the like button. Like I said, thank you very much for your support. Now, while I'm an Arsenal fan, and you can see the Emirates behind me and all of those sort of things there, people, I think we're fans of the game first, football second, and I'm sure you're all seeing or have seen or come across, or to some degree, the Manchester City news, cooking the books allegedly. These are all alleged allegations, people. Again, I've offered my opinions in live streams on this sort of thing, but I thought I can't say the dust settling, people, but with the kind of dust settling and us getting some sort of facts and some news articles and things, we might as well go over it, people. So if I share my screen with you lot without wasting any of your time, people, there's threats of relegation, points deduction, titles being stripped, affecting pursuits of Jude Bellingham and future plans for Man City, bare things. Whether these things happen or not, we don't know. It's gonna, City are going to throw a lot of money to defend this case and things and whatnot. On one hand, I don't think they're doing anything away from the alleged obvious that these clubs are not doing. But I would say anytime Man City are saying that they earn more money than Real Madrid and Manchester United, I know you can denominate that in many ways. That's the first alarm bell, people. So if I share my screen with you guys, as I said, smash the like button. Man City, Premier League clubs want champions kicked out if guilty of alleged financial breaches. Now, I would say with the Premier League, the actual league, let that happen. I don't like to refer to football as a business or as an entertainment product and things, but for want of better phrases and word, it is. You lose Manchester City, you lose Pep Guardiola, you lose all of these sort of things, people. I think it's highly what I think and what could happen. Football has shown that it will surprise you, but I think getting kicked out's a bit long. I don't think it's going to happen, but City getting kicked out would be good for my team. Not Borussia Dortmund, the team that plays behind me at the Emirates would be good for us. We did the league allegedly in that, but allegedly clubs who had been pressing the hardest for action until Monday were some of the other members of the so-called Big Six. There's a feeling that taking away City's titles retrospectively, would be meaningless and cause confusion, but a fine is also not likely to have much effect. Yeah, their pockets are long, and even if you take their prems, the streets know they won it, innit? I don't know what happens, people, but many Premier League clubs want Manchester City to be kicked out of the division if they are found guilty of breaking rules over 9 seasons. City said on Monday they were surprised to have been charged by the Premier League with 101 alleged breaches of financial rules spanning from 09-010 all the way through to 2017-18. The Premier League's most severe punishment in these circumstances would be to expel City. We haven't seen that since, I would say, probably Juventus. Something tells me Rangers, but I think Rangers relegation was for something else. Would be to expel City, and it has been reported that the English Football League would be under no obligation to accept them. What, the Championship, League One and League Two, they're not going to accept Manchester City. Let's have it right. Anyways, there's a feeling that taking away City's titles respectively would be meaningless and cause confusion, but a fine is also not likely to have much of an effect. Pardon me, the clubs who had been pressing the hardest for action until Monday were some of the other members of the so-called Big Six, which includes Manchester United, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, and Tottenham. Tottenham will be closer to winning the league title. I had to. What punishments can the independent commission impose on the club? Suspend the club from playing league matches, point deduction, recommend to the board that league matches to be replayed, recommended to the board that the league expels the respondent club, order compensation, cancel or refuse registration of players, conditional punishment, order the club to pay costs, make such other orders as it thinks fit. There will not be much sympathy for City, who have won the Premier League 6 times in the last 11 years, if they are found guilty. Premier League clubs do not want to get involved in the process, which is in the hands of an independent commission, so they're at their hands there, really. Apparently, I don't believe in calling man Lord, but Mr. Pinnock is set to defend Manchester City. Pinnock QC is set to defend Man City again, according to The Lawyer, an online magazine on the global legal sector. He also defended them in the UEFA's FFP appeal at the Court of Arbitration for Sport in 2020. The report claims Panic charges up to 80 grand a day for his services, which is about the same as City's highest paid player, Kevin De Bruyne, is set to earn. I mean, and you learn you're earning it. If you're a lawyer, you get peas in it, really. Apparently, he's previously advised Boris Johnson over the Partygate inquiry. So let's be honest, he's skilled with the bandulu, in it. Like, let's be honest, everyone, especially in this world, not us normal football fans, they all got their hands dirty in it. So it's they're doing the bandulu, really. The Premier League will be represented by Blackstone Chambers, Adam Lewis QC, Andrew Hunter QC, and Jason Pogjoy. I mean, all these little brethrens, really and truly. I bet they all kids all go same private school and that. City are alleged to have breached Premier League rules requiring provision in utmost good faith of accurate financial information that gives a true and fair view of the club's financial position. The league says the accurate financial information required relating to revenue, in brackets including sponsorship revenue, its related parties and its operating costs. The second set of breaches list refers to the alleged breaking of rules requiring a member of the club to include full details of the manager's remuneration and in his relevant contracts with its manager relating to 09-010 and 2012-13. The club's manager between December 09 and May 2013 was Mancini, and apparently there were rumors coming out that he was getting two salaries, one legal salary and one bandulu one in the back burners and that brown envelopes and that. The second set of alleged breaches also refers to requirements for the club to include full details of obviously player remuneration within the relevant contracts for the seasons up until 2010 and 11 and 2015-16. The third sector deals with alleged breaches of Premier League rules requiring clubs to comply with UEFA's FFP rules between 013, 014 and 17-18. And as we know, in 2020, they had a 2-year ban from European football overturned by CAS, Court of Arbitration for Sport, people. So who really knows, people? The full set of alleged breaches relates to the Premier League's profitability and sustainability rules in the seasons 2015-16 to 17-18, people. Finally, the club are alleged to have breached league rules requiring member clubs to cooperate with and assist the Premier League with its investigations from December 2018 to date, people. So yeah, the investigation's been open. Allegedly, there's 30 charges, people, and there's 25 alleged breaches of Premier League rules. And then, there's just several cases in it. So City are going to have to deal with that, really. I think this article is just going to say the same thing: fines, suspensions of individuals. These are just threats. Whether these things correlate, who knows, people? And you can probably see the same thing. I think they'll get out of this and whatnot. Apparently, Man City expect Pep Guardiola will have already left the club by the time any punishment over breaking more than 100 financial rules could kick in. So again, these things could be suspended. These things don't necessarily kick in instantly. Would have to see, people. We did hear that Pep Guardiola said he would leave. If it is a lie, I don't know if he's a man of his word, because I don't know Pep Guardiola from nowhere. But in May 2022, people, he said, I said to them, if you lie to me, I am not here, I'll be out. I don't know, man. Obviously, I don't know if, man can say that, but I don't know if Pep's fully aware of things, people. So we'll have to see, people. He said, if I defend the people in the club, it's because I work with them. When I asked about the suspicions or if our people have done something, then I will say to them, tell me. Fair enough. Beer charges, like you can see here, people. So it is what it is. I said to them, if you lied to me the day after I'm not here, I'll be out and you will not be my friend anymore. But I look at them and believe them 100% from day one. So I defend the club because of that. So we'll have to exactly see what's going on, really and truly, people. So yeah, man. Manchester City Premier League charges must lead to relegation if proven, says former financial advisor to the champions, and they'll have no financial advantages on lawyers. What is this article? Are you going to let me open that in another window? That's interesting if he's a former lawyer, people. Stefan is a former financial advisor to Man City and a Man City fan, a former banker, current lawyer, CEO and general counsel to PLC dealings with alleged allegations of historic accounting issues, also well across FFP. Right. I mean, he said, that's what he said. What else has he said? If we have the capability to rip apart the UEFA investigation, surely our 50 best lawyers in the world can see this off, or is it all about time bound not coming into the equation? Apparently, some of the charges look like time barred unless deliberate concealment is proved. And yes, 50 lawyers will fight hard, but so will the 50 Premier League lawyers. All the same firms, chambers, quality and reputation. City have no financial advantage at all in the level of lawyers available. They do have resources, though. So we'll have to see allegedly, but I think that's very interesting if that really is a former, a former employee of Man City. So we'll have to see how these things play out, people, and not draw any conclusions. But that's all I've got to say. Please let me know your thoughts. Make sure you're smashing the like button. Make sure you're subscribed and you turn on your notification to see any other live content or just videos from myself. You lot stay blessed, stay safe. I hope you and your family are in good health, and we'll link up again.
There's always that active red flag, defending.
I think it's like